this outfit called Cashmere Thoughts.
Oh, Cashmere Thoughts in the house. Whoa, we got Kool-Aid on the table.
Yes, sir. Yes,
that can only mean one thing.
Yes, sir. That means a Browns victory.
Yes, it does.
Look at that. We done see it.
Bull in a Browns shirt.
I'm the only one supporting the team today.
Wait, did you lose a bet? Did I miss?
No. I was excited they won. I like this shirt.
Okay, look. If I worked in Cincinnati and hosted a show that was around the Bengals, for $1 million, I couldn't put a Bengals piece of garb on my body.
That's fine. It is what it is.
Wow, Bull.
10 years ago, 12 years ago, I would have said the same thing. But I like the shirt.
Older, gentler,
I'm glad the Browns won.
Bull.
And the Browns winning, as I've said many times when people say, you don't like the blah, blah, blah. Browns winning is good for business.
You're absolutely right about that.
That's important.
Speaking of business, we have so many advertisers in today's show. We got to do a read right off the top. I know you're waiting for our Browns thoughts. They're 30 seconds away.
Yeah, let's get right into it. Ooh. After a quick word from FanDuel, who is, and Steve, the buttons aren't working today, just a heads up. None of the buttons are working. That's a great start to a Victory Monday, and we'll get into it with a word from FanDuel. You heard us talk about FanDuel a lot. It is America's #1 sportsbook, and right now we have a little something different for you guys. Now through September 22nd, all FanDuel customers can get $5. Bet $5 and get a 3-week free trial of NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Then with the YouTube TV base plan, you'll be able to watch every regular season Sunday afternoon out-of-market game. All you need is a Google account and a current form of payment, and you can cancel anytime you want. Just visit FanDuel.com/UCSS to download America's #1 sportsbook.
There we go. We're going to do opening thoughts, right?
Shotgun reactions.
I've got an idea.
Let's do it.
What do we want them to be like, 90 seconds?
90
2
seconds.
minutes? Let's do a 2-minute drill. Everybody gets 2 minutes on yesterday's win. Bull, go ahead. 2 minutes.
All right,
now.
So it's funny. I was out at baseball yesterday, so I started watching the game later than everybody else. And eventually I caught up. I rewatched the game this morning. And during the game, while I was out, I was texting Mike and Jason about how, I saw the score, but I was like, how's Watson looking, blah, blah, blah. They gave me their opinions. They said he was playing all right. And after watching the game, and especially after watching it a second time this morning, I actually thought he played pretty well. Now, the bar's been lowered. My expectations have been lowered. But I thought it was a very promising start for Deshaun Watson. I thought he played very well in the first half. The second half, the Browns didn't do anything offensively in the second half. Things got very sloppy. There were some drop passes. I thought the first half was one of the better halves of football I've seen him play in the Browns. Now, again, the bar is not high there, but I thought I didn't think he missed many throws, if any, in the first half. I think the reason they stalled at times was because of drops. The penalties remains a huge issue that, if not corrected soon, is going to kill this team this year. The third down conversion percentage remains a problem. It's also going to kill this team if it doesn't turn around. But Deshaun Watson did well. The running game was good. They were balanced offensively, although they threw way more than they ran in that first drive, and it worked. And the defense was sensational, especially in the red zone. The Jaguars had 2 possessions or 2 series that they were first and goal at the 2 and scored 3 points. I'm sorry, they scored 3. They scored 3 points in each of those drives. That was the game right there, because the Jaguars were making a furious comeback in the second half.
You're going to leave 11 seconds on the clock?
11 seconds.
You will it.
What's the word?
The gentleman from...
the gentleman from Avon Lake. Yeah, there we go.
I don't need the whole 2 minutes. I thought Deshaun was fine in the first half. Certainly a lot better than what he showed last week. I'm not going to say he was great. Threw for 186 yards. You have lowered the bar. I'm not going to lower the bar. It's not what I expected, but it was good enough to win. So you take the win and you run. If he plays like that the next 3 weeks, the Browns could be 4-1. He's going to give them a chance to win the game with the opponents that they have, although some of those teams yesterday looked a lot better than I think we thought they would. But if he plays like he did yesterday for the next 3 weeks in a row, he's going to give his team a chance to win at the end of the game, and that's pretty much all you can ask for in the NFL, so you take it and you run with it. I thought the defense was terrific. I thought they did a great job of getting pressure with the front 4. Certainly, obviously, on the sack with your guy, Alex Wright. Miles sort of pushed Trevor Lawrence up into him, and Wright was there to clean it up in the end zone. Huge play. The defense is going to carry this team. I like that they recommitted to the running game, and they got back to running the football a little bit more than what they did last week. I think that helped. And the throw that Deshaun made in the fourth quarter, the scramble, getting out of the pocket when it looked like it was dead, and the throw to Judy, that is vintage Deshaun. If we can get 2 or 3 of those a game, that's what you need. You don't need 20 of those. You need 2 or 3 every game of those. We haven't seen hardly any of those. I thought that throw and the throw prior to it, the dart down the sideline to Judy, the 30, 35-yard pass, were 2 of his best throws of the day. I think the play where he got out of the pocket was probably his best throw of the day because that finally looked like Deshaun again. So 2 or 3 of those a game, and the Browns are going to be okay. I'm not going to say he played great. He wasn't great. He was good. He was certainly better than what he showed last week, and he was good enough. And you get the win, and that's all you need.
Kool-Aid, come out and play. McNuggets, when the Browns win, from now on, we must rally the base. And when we get a win, I gotta have my theme music. Turn me up. Turn it up. Bring that louder. Give me that louder. Here we go.
I can't even hear it. Am I turning up yours?
Yeah, I can barely hear it. I like the flashing colored lights in the back.
Yeah, we're going full-on discotheque right now. What I'm reminded of right now is when the Browns defensive backs celebrate for 30 seconds.
Every play.
A receiver on the other team dropped the ball. Whoa! You got to keep that stuff in line.
Yeah, get you some of that.
This is your 2-minute drill? Are we going to get this for 2 minutes? That's why you wore cashmere thoughts.
Go ahead, bull. Go ahead, bull. Throw them dice up. Throw them dice up. Yeah.
Guys, we're losing. We're losing by the second.
And bring him down. Bring him down. The big maestro himself. The big conductor himself. G. Bush and the leader of the Kool-Aid Mafia is back on a victory Monday. Shout out to the Cleveland Browns for giving us this opportunity to preach on a Monday. Hey, listen, listen. Game was nasty. Why you think we got purple Kool-Aid out here? The purple Kool-Aid, you get that on the outfit, you're done. Your mom get mad at you that she throw the whole outfit away.
It doesn't come out.
Don't come out. Ugly game, ugly Kool-Aid. The game, look, I'm going to tell you what. It was raining. Offense didn't play very well, except for the first 15 scripted plays. And the defense came up a little bit. Too many penalties. But one thing I'm really excited about. I told people in the pregame show we was going to find out about the Cleveland Browns. We was going to find out what they was about. Deshaun Watson could have came out there, and they was going to fold the 10 up on you, dog. You was out here. You was Dunsky. Guess what? You came out. I thought you improved your accuracy. I thought you didn't put your team in bad positions with turnovers. I thought you made the throws that were easy and there and available to you. And even when there was some drop passes or some pressure, you still came back. You had better body language. And I know you was feeling good because when you got out of the pocket and you seen the magic a little bit, I saw a bow and arrow ring. I saw him do this, like this. I said, okay. Now, he didn't play great, but he played good. We'll get into, he played good. He didn't play great. He played good. Now, people can say it's 186. Everybody throwing for under 200 except for, I guess, Derek Carr at this point. But I'm going to say he gave you enough opportunity to win. He extended plays. And I think the Cleveland Browns could be 0-2. There's a lot of good ball clubs around the league 0-2. They got it together for the 1-1. And we come back home and we got an opportunity to do something against the Giants.
That might have been the biggest celebration I've ever seen for a victory that was snatched from the jaws of defeat in a week 2 win.
Hey, it's hard to get wins out here, bro.
Yeah. All right. My clock starts at 10. I'm gonna get the positive out of the way right away. It's a win on the road against a team that has playoff hopes. You never apologize for that. The other positive I thought was Deshaun Watson looked amazing. Not okay. I thought he looked amazing on the first drive. That is the Deshaun Watson we signed up for. If he plays like that, this team's going to the playoffs. Book it, period. End of discussion. That's what we need. After that, he was a C+. And I got to work a little bit to go plus. I went plus because you reminded me how great those 2 big throws late in the game were.
And that's when you need them.
And that's why I'm skewing, because I was a C. So I think he was an A to an A plus in that first drive. That's what a conductor looks like. That's what a quarterback in a drive looks like. I have a theory for why it went that way. They worked on it all week in practice. I'll stand by my statement. This team is sloppy. They're out of sync. They look unorganized at times. They're making stupid penalties.
Yeah.
And I put it all back. Not all of it. A lot of it goes back to the fact that we brought them out of mothballs against Dallas. To me, Deshaun Watson, I love the little bow and arrow. I'm like, okay.
I see what you're talking about.
Because he's getting a little confidence. Confidence he could have gained in the preseason. So I thought the first scripted drive of the game was a thing of beauty. They didn't score a touchdown the rest of the day.
That's right.
That was it.
Yep.
That was it. They worked themselves out of a sure field goal. Kevin Stefanski made a massive clock management, and I know we're going to talk about that later, but I wanted to get that out of the way in my opening salvo. That drive, I thought that the punt and the safety were going to be the number 1 and number 2 plays of the game. They should have been. They were non-consequential. We took 20 seconds off the clock. 20. And here they go. They've got the ball with 1:30 to go, and it could have taken them that much time to gain that yardage from the 2-yard line or 1-yard line. So we've got to be better all the way around. And I know Kevin Stefanski knows that. The offensive line penalties have got to go away. They have to. The defense, I thought, played well at times, but still I haven't seen that signature defense that we saw last year. And one of my top concerns coming into the season, the loss of Bill Callahan. I'm sorry. It is big. And I know we've got injuries on the offensive line, but it's just big. We had injuries last year, and Bill, like a shell game and a master that he is, moved things around and found ways to get things done. And he didn't do it. He's not here now, and they didn't do it yesterday. So that's it.
I want to go 10 seconds. You guys took most of it. They won a road game despite committing 13 penalties and going 2 of 14 on third down. I don't care how you leave Jacksonville with a dub. With those 2 statistics, you leave. It's a good victory Monday. Let's